Yay. Gotta adjust my headband. It's like sliding back. That was on purpose, guys. That's the look. That's what you want. You want lopsided peacock hair. And welcome back. Today I'm bringing you some vetted, savvy, and wonderful fingerings for Altissimo high F on the alto saxophone. Let's not delay. The first fingering on our list. Oh, before I get into that, you know, the list is getting a little bit shorter. I only have 2 fingerings for you. But instead of just showing you the fingerings, which I will do, of course, I'm not here to like rob you from learning these awesome Altissimo fingerings, but I want to get a discussion going about different applications and uses for these fingerings in the repertoire and scales and whatnot. So let's get right into it. The first fingering on our list is going to be 1, 3, 4, 6 with optional E flat. You guys might remember this fingering as high C previously in the series. I assure you, if you blow hard enough and find the right position, it will make an F. Let's try that out now. 1, 3, 4, 6 E flat. Yeah, that's a lot higher. Hold on. Yeah, that brings it up. And then one that I like a lot, one that I find clears up the partial, is to leave off the octave key. So actually that second one with the E flat and no octave key, that was pretty nice. Hold on. I'm like looking at, I think my camera's crooked. I'm gonna adjust my camera, but we will resume this video in a second. Like, isn't that a nicer shot? Okay, what was I saying? We were talking about octave key. So the octave key is optional for pretty much all fingerings in this series. I think typically it lowers the pitch on most fingerings, so that's worth checking out. So if you're having trouble and before you start putting other fingers down, why don't you just remove the octave key? Really, the octave key in most cases just raises the pip or raises the key off the pip right here and the pip right here. And if you think about it, like, what does that really contribute to your Altissimo in the end? Some fingerings, it's crucial. Other fingerings, not so much. So definitely explore that with all your fingerings. So probably for me, I'm not like a huge fan of front E. So I'm going to go through palm E, enter through front F. I'm going to go front G. I'm going to do that long, we'll call it a Hurlburt A. Can we do that? Is that verboten? Am I allowed to call this a Hurlburt A? Did somebody else invent this? I don't know. We'll call it that. And then we'll go Claude de long B flat, okay? And then we'll go Hurlburt, and I heard Hemke use this fingering too, C, and then we'll go Hurlburt D, and somebody's shaking their head right now. Somebody's really pissed off, but I don't mean to make it seem like I'm some Altissimo genius. I just like to tinker with fingerings, and I haven't seen these elsewhere. So anyway, Hurlburt D, X 2 3 4. And then to get to 1, 3, 4, 6, it's probably easiest to use the simple E, which is 4, 6, E flat. And then we'll just put down this finger to get the F. Hopefully that goes well. It's going to sound something like this. Even as I was playing that, I thought, like, maybe I should let go of the octave key. So let's do that third octave and see if that goes better for me. Yeah, like, so much easier to make it speak when, I should say, stop saying make it speak. It responds so much easier, more easily when you don't use the octave key. Dare I put this in an arpeggio? I don't know. Let's see how it goes. I will go Hurlburt A, Hurlburt C, and then we'll do the no octave key F with the E flat because I want it sharp because I want to come back down. Let's see how that goes for me. So before we get to our last fingering, I just want to talk about applications for Altissimo and what I think people should be striving to do in the repertoire and whatnot. With saxophone, for some reason, all the Fs are at the end of long concerto movements or cadenzas, and it's pretty tough to get to. I'm thinking of one in particular. If He's a cousin of Smokey. Maybe you guys know him. Last name Bear. I think his first name might be Jack. Anyway, the third movement of his concerto has a cadenza that has a high F, and it goes from a B fully diminished chord and kind of goes up and down. You guys all know what I'm talking about. I just don't want to get sued or whatever. So we're gonna play a B fully diminished chord, and then we're not gonna like kind of pause and do the thing. We're gonna just run up, right? I don't know how well this is gonna go, so be nice. Like that would be a cooler cadenza. What would be even cooler? What I was thinking is like, let's not just run the arpeggio. Let's not just do the like eke it up Sigurd Roscher version thing. What if we just ran a scale up there? And so what scale would you run? I like the B fully diminished. You might think if you're jazz, that would be like B flat 7, kind of half whole diminished scale. But yeah, so once you get to that B, like that'd be pretty cool, right? And I know one of you guys who's like in grad school could just shed that and do that. Sounds from my basement series, like off the cuff, playing a diminished scale up to high F. That's not going to happen fast, guys. I'm sorry. I wish I was better at saxophone, but that's what you get. Okay, the next fingering. I found this one in 2003 on Tim's website. I was also happy to find out that Claude DeLong uses the same fingering, so who knows where this fingering comes from. You guys all know it. It's the C1 145 TA. Gotta adjust my headband. It's like sliding back. That was on purpose, guys. That's the look. That's what you want. You want lopsided peacock hair. It's the secret to Altissimo gains. Okay. Where was I? C1 145 TA. Really clear, responsive. Definitely isolates the partial. A little less practical for scales and things, but you know, if you had to put a gun to my head and I had to play an F, I'd probably use this fingering. Yeah, money. If I was linking this in a scale, I would not use the 4-6 fingering. I'd probably end up using the more clear C1 to 4-6 flat fingering. There's a little E flat in that scale. Don't judge. Yeah, so again, when the fingering is more responsive, more secure, more clear, and sharp, it's a lot easier to come down. So if there's a theme in the whole series, it's like the higher you get, choose sharper fingerings because it does two things. It relaxes your face and it makes you use more air to bring the pitch down in the notes. And additionally, you get the benefit of having flexibility going up and down, whether in scale or large interval. If you're not practicing your scales up to these notes, then you probably have no business just like kind of like pinging out these notes and like complaining that you can't get them. Do your due diligence and build up your scales chromatically so that, you know, you can be proud when you get your first G, when you get your first 3-octave scale at B flat, and then start building from there. B, C, C sharp, D, E flat, E, and then finally F, and like all those layers of context and all those tree rings. I need to make a shirt that just says tree rings because that's like my favorite thing to say on the channel. All those tree rings around your high altissimo notes are going to layer on top of each other and show, there's a fly down here, layer on top of each other and give you more experience and confidence, really. That's what it's all about in the end, confidence to hit the high stuff. So thanks for sticking around. That does it for me as far as high F fingerings. If there was a high F fingering that you didn't see, that you love, please write down below, leave a comment. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Slap tongue the subscribe button. Go ahead and smash, attack the bisblagondo, the like button, and growl the notification bell. Oh, I'm lame. Okay, so do all those things, and we'll be right back with an F sharp Altissimo series video. Thanks all for watching. Bye.